Hey, it's Emily the Book Snob, and today I'm going to be reviewing Atonement by Ian McEwan. Hope I said that right. It is approximately 330 pages. I'm going to read it first. From a scale of 1 to 5 on quality, like how good it was written, and how good the story was, I would give it about a 3.7, because, 3.5 is too low, 4 is too high. And from a scale of 1 to 5 on how hard it is, I would maybe say a 4.5. I say that because the paragraphs are obviously very long. You really need attention to read this. You can't have the attention span of a 5-year-old. You really need to pay attention. And I don't think it's going to be hard because it's a very good book, and it very much enhances you for the most part. I will be honest, it definitely lags in the beginning. It takes a while to really start off. I'll tell you a little bit about it. There is a young sister, her name is Briony. Sorry, I had to make sure I pronounced that right. And she describes certain events that she sees between her older sister, Celia. Say that right? No, Cecilia, sorry. And this boy, Robbie. And she describes the events as horrid. And obviously she's a little girl, so it's very interesting to see her perception of what she thinks she sees, but is definitely not right. And because of her wrong perceptions, she ends up skewing her sister's destiny as well as Robbie's destiny. And I really love how the author just describes the little girl's perspective versus this girl. And the relationship between the two sisters is incredible. It just morphs throughout the story, and you can definitely see a lot of elements like tragedy and betrayal in here. I'm going to be honest, it is a sad book. Personally, I like sad books and sad endings because it's realistic. I'm not saying that happy endings are realistic, but I definitely think that this fits the motif of a kind of tragedy in a way. The things I do like about this book is its detail and its perspectives that the author gives. What I don't like, I forgot the word, but when, the readers know something that the characters in the book don't. Of course, a lot of books have that, but it's always just so torturous to sit there and be like, no, you're marrying a rapist. I didn't give anything away, don't worry, but, what else I don't like is it just tends to describe things that aren't necessarily relevant. And I know that books aren't just telling it how it is, otherwise it would only be about, 15 pages. But I think it definitely puts in unnecessary, too much detail and things that don't really need to be in there. It could be having 2 pages about the history of this creek that lived in the back of the house, and just say how pretty the creek is and that it was once not there or whatever. You don't have to do 20 pages just on this creek. But that's just an example, and it does take a little while for things to build up. But I feel like you need to pay attention to the paragraphs, otherwise you will be lost. I have a tendency to skip paragraphs to see what happens next. Don't do it because you'll just end up being lost. But I do recommend this book for people who really think they can read it. And I think it is a very good book, a good love story, and it definitely makes you feel like you're part of the book, which I think is a very good element and a book always needs. So, having said that, do recommend it for sure. Before I leave, I would like to say I am reading a book called Memoirs of a Geisha. I don't have it with me because I forgot to bring it, but if anyone has read it and liked it or have anything to say about it, feel free to comment below and talk about it, or review my review and see, or subscribe and like. So I will, in the box below, I will be putting the summary, the title, and the author, along with the page number. So, thank you for watching.